Hi Lisa, my name is Dr. Anne Murphy. It's good to see you for your 17-week appointment. How are you feeling?
Not too bad, a lot better than I was the previous weeks.
That's good to hear. The first trimester can be really difficult, especially when you have another small child to run after.
Yeah, I've been kept going anyway.
I'm sure you have. With your permission, I'd like to ask you a few questions about your lifestyle at the moment. Do you mind if we chat a little about alcohol first?
Yes, sure.
What thoughts do you have, if any, about alcohol in pregnancy?
Well, I've never been a big drinker. I would have a glass of wine or two in the evening.
Okay. While some women stop drinking when pregnant, many others continue to drink. Are you drinking at the moment?
Yes, but only a small glass or two. I'd never get drunk or anything.
Okay. And just so I can get a better idea of your drinking patterns, how often would you say you drink?
3 or 4 nights a week, whenever my husband and I have the evening together.
Okay. And how many drinks would you have on a typical evening when you are drinking?
Well, my husband and I would share a bottle of wine between us, but he always drinks more than I do.
Okay, so about a third of a bottle of wine? That's about 2.5 standard drinks. Thanks for your openness in discussing this with me. Would you mind if I told you about the latest evidence about drinking alcohol during pregnancy?
Yes, sure.
Many people think it's okay to drink a little during pregnancy. Evidence now tells us that there is no safe amount of alcohol to drink during pregnancy. What do you think about what you've just heard?
Well, I'm quite surprised to hear all this. I always thought that everything in moderation was okay. I wouldn't get drunk or anything, but I think that having an occasional glass of wine is fine. I drank the whole time that I was pregnant with Liam, so I'm not too worried.
So you drank during your previous pregnancy, so you're not worried?
Yes, so you're now telling me that I shouldn't be drinking at all. Like, I drank the whole time that I was pregnant with Liam and he's fine.
Yes, I'm sure he is. Today, we know more about the risks and now know that there is no amount of alcohol at any stage of pregnancy that is safe for your baby.
So you're saying that I've been harming my baby because I've been drinking up until this point? But if it's so bad, then why have people been telling me that a couple of drinks is not a big deal?
I can see that this is frustrating for you, and I can see why. Please be reassured that if you are drinking a small amount, that the risk to your baby is low. However, there is no safe amount of alcohol to drink during pregnancy, which is why the safest approach is to choose not to drink at all. How are you feeling about what you've heard so far?
Well, my husband and I need a glass of wine in the evening. It's the only time we get to spend together.
Okay. So I can hear you don't want to lose that valuable time with your husband. Can you think of anything else that you could do together in the evenings?
Maybe if he gave up drinking, it would help me a lot too.
Do you think that that's something that he would be willing to do?
Well, we've never spoken about that, but he is very supportive of me. And I think if I explained to him why, then he would. Like, I need to protect this baby. But what I'm worried about is what my friends and family would say, because they have always said that having a drink is no harm, and that's just what I've always been told.
I'm glad to hear that you've got such good support from your husband to help you to make this change. Do you think that what your friends and family say would make this more difficult for you?
Definitely. My friends have always said that having a glass of wine is no big deal.
How would you feel about telling them about the evidence that I've shared with you today?
That is something I would consider. Yeah.
I appreciate that this is a lot to take in, especially as you say, it has been very acceptable in society up until now. I really appreciate your openness in discussing this with me, and I admire the commitments that you're making in spite of how difficult this may be for the health of your baby.
Thank you.